episode of Classic Car Rescue, opinions differ.
Finish.
Yeah. No, I haven't finished.
Okay, stop yapping. Just continue on.
Yeah,
I'll
sure.
get the part.
Yes, sir. No, sir.
Tempers get tested,
Oh, and you don't move things where the signals are touched.
and it all gets too hot to handle.
Pull over, pull over.
As Bernie and Mario travel back to the future to tackle an early 80s motoring icon, the Delorean. But will they manage to overcome all the obstacles and impress a car expert whose valuation will be the benchmark for success or failure? Meet Bernie Feynman, a no-nonsense Cockney mechanic with over 40 years' experience in the trade.
Oh, my son. Yeah.
He's teamed up with Mario Passioni,
I'll give you 500 for
a
it.
Toronto-based Canadian car dealer who'll buy and sell anything for the right price.
$5 grand tops.
You got a deal.
United by their love of classic cars
Fantastic.
and separated by pretty much everything else.
Relax.
Don't tell me to relax.
Relax, Bernie.
Don't tell me relax.
Bernie, relax.
They're on a mission to get neglected classics back on the road, but only if they can agree on which road to take.
Mario, you can't go on a track. You're playing.
Our intrepid duo has crossed the Atlantic to Mario's hometown of Toronto on the hunt for their next rescue. And at least one half of the team is clear what it should be.
The DeLorean is one of the cars of the 80s. Sure, this car is faster, but the DeLorean's iconic. I absolutely love it. Some of them bring 30, 40, 50 grand in excellent condition. Hey, what's not to like?
I've never been in love with them. I've worked on a few. I don't know. It's like a poor man's Ferrari. That's the way I look at it.
But this is Mario's turf, so for once, Bernie's going along with the plan. It might not be a high-end sports car, but the DeLorean is truly one of a kind and still turns heads wherever it goes. The DMC-12 was launched in 1981 by American automotive maverick John Delorean. Engineered by Lotus and styled by Giorgetto Giugiaro, the DeLorean looked like nothing else on the road. Its distinctive gold-wing doors and gleaming stainless steel bodywork wowed the public, and demand soon outstripped supply. But by the time the factory shut down 2 years later, less than 10,000 had been produced. With fewer than 6,500 cars still in existence, finding a rescue DeLorean for the right price is going to be tough. But Mario's got lucky and had a tip-off about a possible wreck just a few miles away from his workshop. Even better, the seller's asking just $6,000, about £3,300, which sounds almost too good to be true. And sadly, it looks like it might well be.
Wow, this is the car, eh?
This is my source of heartache, yes.
A lot more damage than I thought.
Damaged is an understatement. The car is a complete write-off.
Wow. Ken had told me that his car had been in the accident, but this thing was really bad. It was hit hard.
The back end of this car looks like it's gone 10 round with Mike Tyson.
Yeah, I got rear-ended on the highway. Pushed from behind to the car in front of me, and it just kind of squished the car. And
Now our frame's completely bent.
Yeah?
Everything is out. It's completely crumpled. Right, the chassis legs are gone. This is going to be a hell of a job to do. And quite honestly, I feel like I've wasted my time. I don't really want to get involved with it. It's too far gone, the car.
The only way I could keep Bernie on board is to get it way lower than asking price. And it was already low. About $1,000. We'll give you $1,000 right now. We'll back up our trailer and we'll just load it up.
I think a fair price, if you guys are going to restore this car, would be $5,000 for this thing.
A lot of damage.
Hell of a lot.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I know what you said, but how about $2 grand?
Ken knows his car is in a sorry state, but as a full-blooded DeLorean fanatic and president of the local DeLorean Owners Club, he also knows its value.
I got guys in my club that are already knocking on my door to buy a bunch of the parts off of this thing. I wish I could, guys, but I can't.
Okay. It's the best I can do. Thanks,
Hey,
man.
I appreciate it, Mario.
Nice to meet you. Thanks
Pleasure
for
to
your
meet you
time.
guys. Thank you.
Nice guy. Car's tough.
Too far gone, man.
So it's back to the drawing board, but the small number of DeLoreans out there means it's proving to be a tough search.
Yes, I'm calling about the DeLorean you have for sale. Hello? You really don't know how much he's asking for this? It's a little bit dented. Where? On the fenders of the door? Here and there.
so few DeLoreans were ever made was simply down to bad luck and even worse timing. Despite an overflowing order book less than a year after the car was launched, the US car industry was hit by the biggest slump in 50 years. This, combined with production problems at the DMC factory in Northern Ireland and the high-profile arrest of owner John Delorean on drug trafficking charges, meant the gull-wing dream was quickly consigned to a brief blip in automotive history.
Yes, I'm calling about the DeLorean you have for sale.
Having searched the internet, countless classified ads, and every contact in his little black book,
And when's a good time to come and see it?
Mario's finally located another potential rescue DeLorean, several hours drive north of Toronto.
This barn is a bit old, John.
The barn's been here longer than I have. It's time to rip it down. That's why I'm getting rid of her. It's the only reason I'm selling it.
Mario's checked it's not another accident-damaged wreck. But there's one crucial question he didn't ask.
This Ray, there's only two reasons why you would paint a stainless steel car. Number one, if you got more money than sense. But some people did. The second reason is if you've really got something to hide.
John, they didn't tell me it was red.
Red, white, it's still a DeLorean.
Yeah, but it's painted. They didn't come out of the factory painted.
Did you have this painted yourself?
No, I bought it painted, Bernie.
I wouldn't have drove this far for a painted car. Makes a difference in the price.
I'm worried what's under here.
Got a cracked windshield,
Headlights both cracked.
headlights cracked.
Seen the wheels?
No,
Have a look. They're not DeLorean wheels.
no. Let's see if it starts. Hop in, see if we can get this thing started.
Yeah, she won't turn over.
A dead engine isn't improving Bernie's opinion of DeLoreans, but Mario's desperate to nail his dream car, and with so few out there, it's this one or nothing.
Let me go get my ATV, and we'll pull her out.
Okay, we'll wait here for you. Let's go outside, Bernie. I got an idea.
What?
Listen, I think I can grind the price down cheaper because it's painted. And what we're going to do is we're going to take it to the garage and we're going to take the paint off and bring it back to stainless steel.
I'm worried what's underneath that paint. Now, these cars are stainless steel. They're notoriously difficult to work on. Right, if it's really badly damaged under there, we're going to start replacing panels. We're going to lose money hand over fist on this.
So, how does she look?
I don't know, we got to do a walk around. Check out the engine, Bernie.
So this was started how long ago, John?
The last time I had it on the road was 5 years ago, but I guarantee you this car will run.
It's all here.
Yeah.
Had some work
Yeah.
into it. John, what are you asking for this car?
I'm asking 14.5.
Look, I'll give you $7,500, and I'm taking a chance at it anyways.
No, I can't do 75. I gotta get at least 10 on this.
Look, John, tell you what I'm going to do. You personally guaranteed on paper that this engine runs. I have your word on it, and I'll give you a cash offer right now that'll take it. That's my final offer. I'll give you $9,500.
95 cash?
Yeah.
I'll guarantee she runs. 95 cash. It's a deal.
So that's one red-painted DeLorean that doesn't start, bought for $9,500, just over £5,000. And only one half of the partnership is happy about the deal.
Oh, it stinks.
Coming up, the team is less than impressed.
Did you check this door?
No.
This door's screwed.
And Mario's penny pinching has Bernie going ballistic.
That don't look bloody professional.
On his home turf of Toronto, Mario has steamrolled Bernie into taking on a DeLorean DMC-12.
I'll give you $9,500.
It's a deal.
Done.
He got it for a good price, but the car doesn't start, and worse, its classic stainless steel finish has been hidden under a thick coat of red paint.
I'm worried what's under here.
Back at the garage, Mario tries to win over Bernie with some positive spin.
You know what, Bernie? I'm starting to like the color of this car.
You like that colour?
Well, you know, there's really not too many around that are red.
Come on, Mario. This has got to be stainless steel.
Of course it's going to be stainless steel, but it kind of looks not bad.
Having no luck convincing Bernie,
Just call the guys in.
Hey, guys!
Mario hopes his crack team of specialist mechanics will buy into his DeLorean dream.
Diego, what do you think?
I don't. Take it back.
Love this guy.
The DeLorean, I'd rather drive around in a golf cart. Get there faster and more comfortable.
Dougal, we got gotta take the paint off this and bring it back to stainless steel. We gotta be very, very careful. There's gotta be a way to get it off.
Theoretically, yeah, we should be able to do it. It's just time frame wise, I have no idea how long this is gonna take. I've never worked on stainless steel before, so if there's any hidden damage below this paint, then we're in for a real nightmare.
And the dodgy paint job is just the beginning of their problems.
Oh, guys, what's going on with the door here? Did you guys check this thing? The door's screwed. I don't understand. How can you go to buy a car and you not check the door?
You were on that side. You were just too bloody lazy to lift up the door.
I didn't want to get my jacket dirty. The driver's side worked. I thought the passenger side worked. Big deal.
Look at the rodent traffic there.
And they love wiring.
That's right. So we gotta check that.
God, I think we better get up in the air.
As the car is raised, team morale plummets.
It looks like a hose has been replaced, but I don't even think that's the right one. It's just rubber.
All the pipes that supply the water from the front of the radiator to the back of the engine, they're all moving around all over the place.
Give us a shot, Bernie.
Oh, the seas go. They're shot. We've got the brakes which are seized, the discs are shot, the pads are shot.
The one saving grace of a stainless steel car should be the lack of rot.
Look at that. The unrustable car is rusted.
Look at the state of it.
Clearly no one informed this particular DeLorean.
That's rotted. That's not even rusted. It's more than rust.
Holy shit. That ain't gonna be easy to repair.
The DeLorean is built on a galvanized steel frame that supports a fiberglass body, which in turn is clad in stainless steel panels, all of which shouldn't rot. But rust has got into the galvanized frame, eating away from the inside out. If left, the rot will spread through the back of the frame, eventually causing the rear of the car to collapse. Fixing the frame is time-consuming and costly.
So, hey guys, what do you think? Hey, nice car, huh?
Larry, how long do I have on this?
I figure since it's such an easy car to do, 3 weeks is good.
You are joking. Have you seen the list?
No.
You don't need a piece of A4 paper, you need a bloody toilet roll. You're joking.
That's not realistic.
Look, make the list, give it to me, and I'll go get the parts, okay? 3 weeks, let's start right now on it.
Nice to see you. Geezer's in la-la land, I tell you that.
I can hear that.
The team has their work cut out. In just 3 weeks, they need to remove the rust and weld the frame solid. Strip all the paint and make good the stainless steel panels. Replace the brakes and wheels. Put a new windscreen in and replace the broken lights. Repair the gull-wing door. And give the engine a complete service. And the budget for this transformation? A less than generous £5,000. Because the DeLorean was in long-term storage and rarely run, the first thing Bernie wants to check is its pipework. Bernie and Diego use a pressure tester to pump air into the cooling system.
Let's see what surprises we got now.
If it'll even hold pressure.
The added pressure mimics driving conditions. If the pipes are sound, there shouldn't be any leaks.
Good luck.
Gotta lift it up.
Unfortunately, 5 years in a barn has taken its toll. Now they need to find the source of the leak.
Looks like the bloody rad's blown. Oh. Look at it.
This thing's cracked, Bernie.
And the trouble is why it's a plastic radiator.
Yeah.
You can't repair those. Where the hell are we going to get one of those from?
Good luck.
Yeah, thanks a lot. I get all the bleeding good jobs I do.
While Bernie's less than happy at this expensive problem, funny man Mario has a plan. But for now, he's keeping it to himself.
Okay.
What are you measuring?
Don't worry about it here.
Do you even know what you're measuring?
Yeah, come on.
This thing's in metric, eh? Not inches.
I know.
Hey. What was that? Maybe he wants to see how long it's gonna take.
Mario's calm demeanor is down to one thing. He knows a man who can help.
Frank.
Hey, Mario, how you doing?
Frank's area of expertise is reconditioning radiators, and if anyone can find a way around the DeLorean's blown rad, it's him.
Wow, that's weird. What's it from?
The DeLorean.
Oh my god, I haven't seen one of them for ages.
It's old, huh?
I'll say it's old.
Even Frank seems thrown by the DeLorean rad, but Mario's not giving up that easily.
The rad in the DeLorean is about the same size as a rad in an Estate car. I can slide it in, hook up the bottom hose, the top hose. If it holds the fluid and the rad and the water can circulate, it's perfect. I could save $200, $300, $400. You think you got something you can match it up with?
It's an odd size, I don't know. Hang on, let me have a look. See?
Okay.
Oh yeah, nearly as close as this rad here.
You put it on top.
Now, I don't know what you can do with it. You have to modify the rad around you or whatever.
Yeah, it's a bit longer, eh?
What can I tell you? It's the only thing I got. There's nothing else that fit that I know. It's a Jeep, 91 to 96 Jeep.
How much you want for it, Frank?
120 bucks.
I'll give you 60 bucks cash.
60 bucks? Come on. The metal's worth more than that.
Come on, Frank. I've been on your show.
It's like new. Because I know you're a nice guy, I'll give it to you for 80 bucks. It's the best I can do.
It's gonna work. Okay.
I think so. Okay,
Great.
Mario.
Most cars have a radiator mounted directly in front of the motor, but the DeLorean's rear engine design requires a network of pipes to circulate coolant from the engine to the radiator mounted up front. To make the Jeep rad fit, the mechanics will have to make adjustments not only to the connections, but also to the pipework that runs the length of the car. It's a clever solution, but not an easy one. And of course, Mario won't be doing the work.
I got the rad for the DeLorean.
That's not the rad for the DeLorean.
It's a brand new rad from the rad shop.
Brand new?
Well, it's like new. Good price. Same length, same thickness.
What is this out of?
It's out of a 90s Jeep.
This is a DeLorean, Mario. So he walks Mario with this rad he found out on some garage sale, flea market. He says it's out of a Jeep. It's out of a Jeep. Look at the filler in it.
Yeah.
What? The Jeep, you fill from the front.
Yeah.
DeLorean gets filled from the back.
Yeah, okay, so what? We'll put a cap on this, tighten it up, and run the line direct to the front.
What about the pipes?
What about modify them?
I'm a plumber too?
Yeah, sometimes when you do restoration, you gotta do a little plumbing.
No, this is gonna take us too long, though.
Listen, this will save us $500-600 bucks. Modify it, put it on, make it work, and I'm gonna go get coffees, okay?
Mario is confident the boys can fit the new rad. Sat and Diego, however, are less than convinced.
Think we can squeeze it? Well, we gotta move these pipes. We tease Mario a lot about his knowledge about cars. He knows what he's talking about. But this rad thing, he really...
Assuring Bernie that the rad problem has been sorted, Mario hits the phone to look for more parts.
Thanks.
But when a job that should take 1 hour takes 3, Bernie is bound to start asking questions.
Oh, come on, guys. You haven't finished the rad yet?
Freddie, look at the rad. It's not from here.
What the? This is what he gave you to fit in this car?
Yeah.
What the hell's this out of?
It's out of a Jeep.
It was cheap.
Typical bloody Mario. Penny wise, pound foolish. This is ridiculous. This cannot work. What is the matter with him?
Handle it with him, Bernie. We're almost done here.
How the hell is it going to fit?
Well, we almost got it in, Bernie.
We're just figuring out the pipes. We should be okay.
That cheap fancy giving the guys the wrong damn radiator if it's cheap to fit. I'm annoyed with him, seriously, but I'm also annoyed with the guys for even fitting it. I want to tell them to stuff it where the bloody sun don't shine.
After 3.5 hours of struggling to fit the Jeep rad, it's finally in. And the team can crack on with prepping the car for the crucial next step, stripping the paint. DeLoreans were famous for the special finish on the stainless steel bodywork, so the entire rescue hinges on removing the layer of red paint without damaging the all-important grain pattern underneath.
If you try to take the paint off with sandpaper, you will ruin the grain of the stainless steel.
It's going to take an industrial-sized tin of chemical paint stripper and a lot of elbow grease to get the car looking like it did when it left the factory in 1981. If you were to order a DeLorean back then, you'd have been expected to shell out around £15,000, which in today's money works out at over £50,000. And for those who weren't keen on boring old stainless steel and had the money, there were special edition gold-plated versions. It was one of the most talked about cars of its time, and unsurprisingly, it attracted the attention of the rich and famous. But it was its central role as Dr. Emmett Brown's time machine in the Back to the Future movies, which made this gull-wing classic one of the most recognisable cars in automotive history. Back in the workshop, Dougal's hard work with the paint stripper is beginning to reap rewards. But it's taken a whole week to get this far. To meet Mario's ambitious 3-week schedule, work must go smoothly from here on in.
Hey, Bernie.
Whoa.
I think you might want to have a look at this.
Go, what now, Dougal?
This thing is completely covered, filler.
Oh, great. Marvellous. Can we fix it?
You see how much is on there? there?
I can see how much is on. Can you fix it?
No, that's why this whole thing's been painted, is because there's one fender.
I knew it. I knew there'd be bloody problems when we took this paint off. The paint was a disguise for the stainless steel, right? And the minute it's come off, it's all damaged underneath. Oh, great. Lovely.
How you doing, guys?
Oh,
Hey, that looks pretty good. I came into the shop. Right away, I see this beautiful stainless steel DeLorean. Just what I envisioned it to be.
Great job taking
isn't
it
it
off.
nice? Have a look at this.
What's up?
See that filler in that fender?
Yeah, it looks shot. Okay, so you can't repair it at all.
No, that's beyond repair.
Don't waste another minute on this. Go on the other side, to the other side.
Hang on. Before you start giving all the orders there, we want another wing.
Still smarting from the rad fiasco, Bernie's determined to not let Mario off the hook.
Look, we got one screwed up fender. You didn't think this whole car was going to be perfect. Besides, you got half the car looking like new anyways. I didn't think the car was going to be perfect. We stole the car from the guy. We got most of it off. Like, what's the big deal? So I got to find a fender. I'll find a fender.
Look at it.
Did you finish?
No, I haven't finished.
Okay, stop yapping. Just continue on.
Yeah,
I'll get
sure.
the parts.
Yes, sir. No, sir.
What is it with this guy? The glass is always half empty. Wine.
I tell you about bleeding mud shoes and a bloody chocolate teapot.
Be quiet. There had to have been a reason why the guy painted red. I knew that. I just didn't want to get into it. Just shut up and get the job done.
Coming up, Dougal gets it in the neck from Bernie.
You don't move things. Let's see what's attached.
And things go from bad to worse on an impromptu test drive.
Pull over.
Fancy being the owner of the 1981 DeLorean DMC-12 being refurbished in the show? Stay tuned on How to Win. Mario and Bernie are a week into the 3-week rescue of a red-painted DeLorean. And so far, it hasn't been smooth sailing.
Looks like the bloody rad's blown.
But the discovery of a badly damaged body panel
Look at it.
You didn't think this whole car was going to be perfect.
has Bernie boiling over.
I tell you about bleeding mud shoes and a bloody chocolate teapot.
While Bernie fumes, Mario hits the phones to find a new front wing.
Who do I speak to about parts?
But with so few DeLoreans still around,
Hello?
used parts in good condition are both rare
How much?
and expensive. Then a contact lets him in on a secret. Despite going out of business in 1983, the DeLorean Motor Company was resurrected in 1995 and has every part under the sun. Unfortunately, it's a 4-hour flight away in Houston, Texas.
Hello, I'm looking for Steven. That's me. Hi, I'm Mario. I called you about DeLorean parts.
Liverpool-born mechanic Stephen Wynn is the new face of DeLorean, and he's giving the Gullwing Classic a new lease of life.
Come on, I'll show you what we got. Please do. Maybe we can work out a package deal or something.
These days, Stephen is kept busy servicing, restoring, and even building brand new cars using the vast amount of original parts he acquired along with the iconic name.
I've never, ever, I'm sure you've heard this 1,000 times, ever seen so many DeLoreans in one location.
If Mario wants his DeLorean to compete with the likes of these, he needs to bag a new windscreen and front wing.
These are doors, right?
Yes,
Do you know how many doors you got?
about 1,000.
1,000 doors.
Yeah, insane, isn't it?
And what else? You got
Well, if you sort of go through the whole warehouse, I've probably got about enough components here to build another 300 cars or so.
Wow. Basically cleaned out the factory.
Yeah, the factory, including the desks.
Stephen's warehouse may be a one-stop shop for all things DeLorean.
You can pick what you like here.
Great. Okay, so I'll take one of these. Oh, these are beautiful. Okay, great. I'll take a set of those.
But it all comes at a price.
How much is this, you know?
About 400 bucks or so.
That much?
Fortunately for the budget, Mario's no longer in the market for a new rad. While he continues on his shopping spree in Texas, back at the workshop in Toronto, the car has finally been returned to its original stainless steel. While apprentice Tammy gets rid of every last scrap of red paint, Dougal uses a special tool to restore the unique grain pattern on the stainless steel body panels.
Regraining stainless steel is a very slow, a very delicate, and a very specialist process. It's done with a flapper wheel, and quite honestly, unless you know what you're doing, if you don't do it right, you're going to be in severe bloody problems.
Luckily, it turns out that Dougal has a natural flair for regraining. After he's given the bodywork the once-over with the flapper wheel, he rubs the entire car down with a fine abrasive pad. Gives it a buff, and the 30-year-old stainless steel is transformed. Meanwhile, Bernie gets to grips with the DeLorean's electrics, mending the wires that were chewed through by mice. With the electrical system sorted, he can fine-tune the computer-controlled fuel injection system. Innovative for its time, the DeLorean used micro-switches to control the flow of air and fuel to the engine. By making delicate adjustments, Bernie ensures that the perfect air-fuel mixture reaches the fuel injectors at just the right time, as soon as the DeLorean's V6 purring like a kitten. With most of the DeLorean now looking like it's just rolled off the production line, it's now up to Mario to deliver on the replacement wing. But it turns out that may be easier said than done.
We got some fenders here. This is a brand new original.
This is a right fender. I need a left fender.
If it's a right fender, I can let you have them for like $1,000. But the left fenders, they're in real short supply. They're more like $3,500.
I'm sorry?
When the factory shut down, for whatever reason, they had more right fenders than left fenders, and the left fenders that virtually don't exist anymore.
I can't spend $3,500. I gotta get something now.
It's a simple case of supply and demand, but £2,000 on a single wing will completely blow the £5 grand budget. Luckily, Stephen may just have another option.
You can pound this out, metal finish it to original?
Yep, no worry.
Oh,
Yeah.
perfect.
At a cost of £600, the dented wing is less than half the price of a brand new one. But it will still take a big chunk out of the tight £5 grand budget. Plus, the team is now faced with a delay while the replacement panel is refinished. Back in Canada, the rescue is progressing nicely, but there's still one crucial part of the car that has yet to be tackled.
The good news is we've got all the paint off and there's no more dents. The bad news is we've only got a week and a half to go and we haven't even started on that gold wing door. Well, A, I'm hoping it's a strut. B, I don't like the angle the door's going up. Let me pop this bad boy up. Okay.
The gull-wing doors are without a doubt the DeLorean's most famous feature. Each door weighs over 27 kilos, but uses a torsion bar to make it seem as light as a feather. When the door is closed, the torsion bar is twisted, charging it with mechanical energy that is released as the door is opened. The extra lift provided allows the heavy door to be raised with minimal effort, until a gas-filled strut completes the job and holds the door in place.
Sal and I were checking out the door in the DeLorean. First thing we obviously check, logically, is if the strut's okay. Ooh. Okay.
Ah, look at this, Bernie.
Completely dead. We know normally you should actually have force where it's going to literally, you can't push it down. That's what actually holds the strut up. This thing, whee, it's got nothing there. The strut's blown. At least that is easy to replace.
If it's just the strut rather than the more expensive torsion bar, this could be the break the budget needs.
So now what do we got to do to get this thing checked?
Well, we've got to take all the headlining down and have a look at it properly because we've got trim tools for that.
Walking away from a propped-up door in a busy workshop is never a good idea.
What the was that? What you done? The door's come down and it's just smashed the bloody glass to pieces.
Well, who the hell are disconnected? I
Don't
was the
start
bright guy.
blaming anyone.
Don't you start yelling at me. Seriously, who the hell
Let me
is
tell you something. When
disconnected,
you
huh?
move something, you look what you're moving. You don't move things. Let's see what's attached. Now what the hell are we going to do?
Apparently, get a new window.
Oh, yeah, hang on. I'll just make it way out the air. I'll tell you, get him out of my side before I fall him off and post him somewhere.
Holy crap.
Am I annoyed with Dougal? Yes, I am annoyed with him. But really, that's not going to get me anywhere. I'm running out of time, I'm running out of patience, we've still got to fix the DeLorean door, and on top of that, I've still got to find a special piece of glass to be able to fit that door.
Like pretty much everything else on a DeLorean, the side windows are unique. A single piece of glass was too large to fit inside the gull-wing door, so a two-piece system was designed with a small cut-out window that could be rolled down. Unfortunately for the budget, it was the larger and more expensive piece that broke. The next day, Bernie's had a chance to cool off and is ready to have another go at fixing the gull-wing door.
Let's have a look, see what we got.
If the torsion bar is shot, it will cost the team time and money they simply can't afford.
It looks okay back here. I mean, there's tension on it.
That's good news. It looks like they look pretty good in there. So the next thing we've got to obviously try now is to put the strut in and see if it holds the door up.
With the new strut installed, it's the moment of truth.
Right, here we go. Let's see if our theory works out. On your head. 1, 2. Yes! Nice one.
Finally, a bit of good news for the budget.
As they say in my language, thank for that. I was worried sick about that. All we've got to hope now is that the door actually shuts. Yes?
Yeah, buddy.
I'm over the moon. I'm really happy. For a change, no more problems. Hopefully. I'll tell you one thing, keep Duke away from the door.
If they ever get the car finished, the guys can enjoy some of the more social aspects of owning a Delorean. And nowhere are North American Delorean lovers more in evidence than at the annual British Car Day.
We had people who would come up to us and say, what's a Delorean doing a British Car Day? Well, they were built with British government public money, they were engineered by Lotus, and they were built in Belfast, Northern Ireland. We think it qualifies as a British car.
Not sure John Delorean would have agreed, but 30 years on, no one's arguing. No Delorean enthusiast's childhood fantasy is complete without a hint of Hollywood glamour.
In North America, you can't deny the impact of Back to the Future that really put the car up into a 1980s icon status. I just loved the movie when I saw it from when I was 5. It's a car that's so unique. It doesn't look like any car on the road today, and it's a look I miss.
And if you can't afford the price tag of a real Delorean, there are other options out there.
Started when I was 10 years old and first saw the movie Back to the Future and fell in love with it. This is about as close as I've come to owning a real DeLorean, so I figured if I can't have one, why not be one?
Back at the garage, and with only 5 days left, the transformation of the team's DeLorean still has a long way to go. To repair the rotten frame, Sam must first remove all of the rust. He then carefully measures and cuts new panels that are welded into place, making the frame solid again. With the frame finally fixed, Bernie and the boys can crack on with the rest of the mechanical repairs.
The track rod end or steering knuckle was really, really worn.
Look at this thing.
Yeah, if that snaps off, you got no steering.
Exactly.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Tight like Mary's wallet.
We've had the brake calipers overhauled, it's got new brakes on it. We've also done the shock absorbers on the car. We've checked it out mechanically, we've done a full service on it. You know, that is going to be a good, safe car.
Incredibly, 3.5 days before their deadline, the rest of the car is in good enough shape to put it to the test.
The other day I wanted to take Bernie for a test run. He's all happy about it. But I just wanted to see if that rad I bought would hold up. Is it ready for the road? Look, I gotta go for a quick spin with Bernie.
Well, I'm not really ready, but
Brakes good?
brakes are good.
Steering?
Steering are fixed.
Lights
yeah.
work?
Lights are all done.
Is it safe for the road?
It's safe, but not ready.
We're going down a service road. Don't worry about it. Hang this on. We're gonna go for a spin.
Okay.
So, with Bernie riding shotgun, Mario takes to the streets in a partially assembled DeLorean.
Look at this, Bernie. Runs beautifully. Yeah, but hang on. Only thanks to my guys.
Of course, that's your expertise. You know, you gotta be able to do something.
And I tell you something, it's going well. Sounds really good. Brakes are working, loads of acceleration. I'm really happy at the moment. I like it.
Look at that. I like it. We're gonna make some good money on this.
And all of a sudden,
Look at this thing run beautiful. Holy shit, Bernie.
pull over, pull over. All of a sudden, Murray goes, what the hell's that? And look, man, there's steam everywhere. Oh, pull over.
And the temperature gauge just went whack. I shut the car off immediately and pulled over to the side of the road.
You are having a laugh with me. Oh, sake! What now?
In the space of less than half an hour, Mario's Jeep Rad has gone from budget saving to budget busting.
You sure you hooked up everything right?
Of course I've done everything right. I fetched it all from that bloody race. You got me right to extend all the time.
Hey, didn't you check it when you put it on?
We checked it, but the rating's the wrong damn rate for the car.
You know, I'm gonna call a tow truck.
It looks like we've got a bloody hose floater. Think that's all our bloody world needs now.
Junior, you can't miss us. We're driving a DeLorean. Look for the bald guy in the DeLorean.
With the test drive a failure, the DeLorean limps back to the workshop where the team's fears are confirmed.
See?
Hey, what happened?
See? The tube let go. Cooler went over the muffler. That's where the steam's coming from.
Why?
Why? Because of that ride you got out front.
I paid $80 for it.
I know, it's cheap. Sat had to reposition all the tubes. The strain on the hoses is just gonna happen again. Do it right, please.
It's not cheap.
If you need a hand opening your wallet, I'll give you the combination.
Just rip everything apart and let's get it done.
This present moment in time, Mario and I, we ain't talking to each other.
Time for Mario to do what he should have done earlier and spend some more money.
Do you remember that radiator you showed me? How much is this, you know?
About $400 or so.
That much?
Yes, I do.
I need it.
Okay, that's no problem. We have plenty in stock.
Getting in the right radiator has cost another £220, on top of the original $45 Mario spent on the Jeep ride. That, plus a new windscreen and side window that needs specialist fitting, are the final straws for the already battered budget. But at least the team can now finish the car.
Have we gone over budget? Well, it would be fair to say that we're not under budget. Do I still love DeLoreans? Absolutely.
With the refurbished front wing newly arrived from Texas, the team raced to get the DeLorean reassembled before the deadline.
This has not been an easy car to work on. Everything that can go wrong, goes wrong. Are we going to get this car done in time? Honest answer? I don't know.
Coming up, have Bernie and Mario done enough to impress a car expert whose opinion will set the benchmark for success or failure?
Just feels like one of the dampers maybe not performing to its maximum.
Don't forget, coming up later, we'll give you the chance to win the 1981 DeLorean DMC-12 being refurbished in the show. Bernie and Mario's quest to return a red-painted DeLorean back to a gleaming gull-wing classic has not been without its problems.
Look at that.
Good state of it! Look at it! We want another wing!
And an impromptu road test
Pull over, pull over!
almost brought the entire rescue to a sudden stop.
Hey, didn't you check it when you put it on?
Checked it, but the red is the wrong damn red for the car!
But in spite of everything, the finish line is in sight, just hours before the crucial appraisal.
This DeLorean has not been an easy car to work on. In fact, putting it in my words, it's been a bloody nightmare.
With no time left for double checks, they're hoping nothing has fallen through the cracks. In just 3 weeks, the DeLorean has gone from this to this. But it hasn't been easy. They've stripped the paint and regrained the stainless steel, serviced the engine, welded the frame solid and carried out a long list of essential mechanical repairs, including replacing the radiator.
Pull over!
Twice. But have they done enough to make a profit? Mario and Bernie have brought former racing driver and classic car expert Paul O'Neill to Toronto. He's forgotten more about cars than most of us ever knew. Paul tests and assesses all of Bernie and Mario's cars before passing his report onto a number of independent evaluators to determine whether the guys are looking at a profit or a loss. The final value given to the boys will be an average of those valuations.
Hey, fellas. Hi, Paul.
Hey, Paul.
This will be interesting. Oh, gentlemen, I'm hoping it's as good as it looks. Are those wheels brand new or are they just restored? They're brand new.
This is a 1981 DeLorean which was painted red. We found out that it damaged the left front fender. I bought a reconditioned fender and a whole bunch of parts.
We had an issue with the passenger door. Done that, that's all okay. New headlights, all up and running, and it's going.
Can I have a look at this gull-wing door?
Help yourself.
Moment of truth. Ah, look at that. It's got some power in it as well.
It goes up and it stays up.
That shuts well too. Have a look at the engine.
Of course you can.
A lot of work done on this V6 then?
So what we've done is a full engine service, full engine tune, new belts, new antifreeze, new radiator and new piping as well.
All the cooling system and electronics seem okay.
All done.
Can I have a go?
Yeah, pleasure, help yourself.
Top man. Ah, thank you.
Bernie and Mario can certainly talk a good car, but ultimately it's how it drives that will influence the decision of this former racing driver.
Everything. Paul's going to enjoy this car. He loves those cars. He didn't tell me, but I knew. As soon as he saw it, his eyes went, like it's his car of his childhood. He's going to have a good time driving it.
As soon as you get in, it's a very, very European feel to the car. The most striking part of sitting behind the wheel of it is it's so low. That adds character to the car for me. The engine, I'll be honest, it feels pretty strong. It's not going to set the world alight, but at the same time, it's got good power. On the throttle hard. Nice V6 noise to it. Gears feel pretty magic, actually. The gearbox feels more or less brand new. The car just feels like it's trying to lean over a touch. Just feels like one of the dampers maybe not performing to its maximum. But at the same time, for a car of this age, you can throw it around. You can drive it quick. If there's somebody on the street, I guarantee it will turn their head. And that's what it's all about when you own a classic car, especially something like a DeLorean.
Back at the workshop, Bernie and Mario wait for Paul's final report, knowing that they have far exceeded their original £5 grand budget. Their painted barn find cost £5,100 to buy. They spent $3,300 on parts and another £3 grand on labour, which means they'll have to make £11,400 just to break even, and that could be tough. So has Mario's Texan spending spree taken them over the edge?
Hello, gentlemen. Hello. What an iconic car this is. A cracker. So, reminds me of the film. People of my age, mid-30s. This is the car that we just love to see. Full stainless steel body. You've taken it away from the red, which is a great thing. Car looks original. Wheels look immaculate and original. Car, on a whole, looks great. A couple of imperfections in the body. That's to be something that you would think of the car of this age. So it's a niche market. There's not very many of them. And if you want something like a DeLorean, only a DeLorean will do. Proof's in the pudding. I'll leave you with that. Thank you. Okay.
Sure had a lot.
What? I told you we were going to make money on this.
That is fantastic.
A valuation of $13,400 means the guys made a profit of £2,000.
Oh, I feel good. I'm hungry. We're going to go have lunch, and it's on you. Let's go. Hop in. I knew we were going to make money on this car. I just felt it. It's an instinct.
DeLorean's looking great, running even better. But we would have had this thing done a week ago if Mario would have just closed his mouth and opened his wallet.
Has Mario learnt his lesson about buying cheap parts? I hope so. Probably not.
Steer's good, shift's good, brakes are good. It's all good.
Yes, it does run well, because it's got the proper radiator in the bloody car.
What can I tell you, Bernie? Can't go back in time.
This week we're giving you the chance to travel back in time and win the 1981 DeLorean DMC-12 refurbished in the show by Bernie, Mario and their team of mechanics. This stainless steel clad gull-winged 80s icon has been fully serviced and comes with refurbished seats, a new radiator and a new set of original wheels. And if that wasn't enough to tempt you, we'll even throw in up to £1,000 towards your car insurance. So, if you can picture yourself driving a little bit of motoring history in the form of this DeLorean DMC-12, call 0906 515 5555 or text CLASSIC to 66155 or post name and phone number to DeLorean, PO Box 7557, Derby DE1 0NP. Calls cost no more than £2 for a BT landline. Calls from other landlines and mobiles may cost considerably more. Texts cost £2 plus one message at standard network rate. Lines close at midday on the date shown on screen and 3 days later for postal entries. For rules and winners, go to channel5.com/win.
Good luck, and the boys are back next Tuesday night at 7. In just an hour, we're diving deep to understand more about the horrors of war. D-Day's sunken secrets is at 9. Before that, Al Murray celebrates the brilliance of those that bodge. Who needs a pro when DIY dummies can do the job? After the Channel 5 news headlines in just a tick.